What if the car you're paying thousands more for is literally the same car underneath? Every day, buyers argue about brands, reliability, prestige, German quality, and which badge you can trust. But here's the reality. Most dealerships won't tell you. Some vehicles on the market today share the same engine, platform, technology, even the same factory, and still carry completely different price tags. This isn't about similar cars. These are near-identical twins. In this video, we're breaking down 5 real examples where brand perception costs you serious money, starting with the Toyota RAV4 and the Suzuki Across. By the end, you might never look at car badges the same way again. We're starting with one of the clearest and most overlooked examples in the European market. The Suzuki Across is in essence a rebadged Toyota RAV4 plug-in hybrid built by Toyota in Japan through a partnership between the two brands. This isn't a case of inspired by or based on. It's the same vehicle. Both models use Toyota's TNGA platform, the same 2.5-liter plug-in hybrid system, an 18.1 kilowatt-hour battery, and produce a combined 302 horsepower. They share the same CVT transmission, nearly identical interiors, and identical Toyota Safety Sense driver assistance features. Even production is identical. They roll off the same assembly line in Japan. Visually, the differences are minimal, mostly limited to the front grille and a few styling tweaks. Suzuki's role here is straightforward. Instead of developing its own electrified SUV in this segment, it partnered with Toyota to offer a ready-made plug-in hybrid under its own badge. The result? A Toyota vehicle wearing a Suzuki logo. Now here's where it gets interesting. In Europe, the RAV4 plug-in hybrid typically costs around €54,000, while the Suzuki Across sits closer to €48,000 for a comparable version. That's a difference of up to €6,000 for virtually the same car. Next up is a comparison most people overlook, even though it's happening in plain sight across European dealerships. The Volkswagen Polo and the Seat Ibiza are built on the same MQB-A0 platform and share nearly everything that actually matters. Both offer the same engine options, including the 1.0 TSI with 95 horsepower and the more powerful 1.5 TSI with 150 horsepower. They also use the same DSG transmission, along with very similar safety systems and driver assistance features. Inside, the similarities continue. Layout, materials, and overall design feel almost identical across comparable trims. Where they differ is mostly in styling and brand identity. The Ibiza leans into a sportier, more youthful design, while the Polo goes for a cleaner, more conservative look. Even though they're produced in different factories, Polo in Pamplona and Ibiza in Martorell, the core engineering, components, and driving experience remain virtually the same. Now here's the key difference. Price. A similarly equipped Polo typically costs €2,000 to €3,000 more than the Ibiza. That gap isn't due to better performance, technology, or reliability, it comes down to branding. In reality, you're getting almost the same car for less, but many buyers never compare them because of the perceived status attached to the Volkswagen name. Now let's look at one of the most underrated comparisons in this segment. The Nissan X-Trail and the Renault Koleos are part of the Renault-Nissan-Mitsubishi alliance, and they share far more than most buyers realize. Both are built on the same CMF-CD platform, use a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine, and come with a CVT transmission. Their electronic systems, structural components, and overall engineering are nearly identical. These aren't just related models, they're fundamentally the same under the surface. Where they start to differ is in positioning. The Koleos is designed with a more refined, comfort-focused approach, offering a spacious cabin, solid sound insulation, and a distinctly European styling direction. The X-Trail, on the other hand, leans toward a more rugged, familiar SUV image. But here's the catch. In markets like Spain, perception plays a huge role. Renault still carries outdated concerns for some buyers, while Nissan is often seen as the safer choice. That perception directly impacts pricing. A similarly equipped X-Trail can cost €3,000 to €4,000 more than the Koleos. Same core vehicle, same performance, same tech, just a different badge and a higher price tag. Now we get to one of the most classic examples inside the Volkswagen Group. The Skoda Octavia and the Volkswagen Golf are built on the same MQB platform and share nearly all core components. That includes the same engine options, like the 1.5 TSI with 150 horsepower and the 2.0 TSI with 200 horsepower, along with the same DSG transmission, safety systems, and driver assistance tech. In comparable trims, even the material quality and interior design are very close. Here's where things get interesting. The Octavia actually offers more practicality. It has significantly more rear space and a much larger trunk, around 560 liters compared to about 380 liters in the Golf. In everyday use, it's simply the more spacious and versatile car. Despite that, pricing tells a different story. A Golf with a 1.5 TSI engine typically sits around €31,000, while an equivalent Octavia can be found closer to €27,000. That's roughly a €4,000 gap for a car that's larger and more practical. The difference isn't in engineering or usability, it comes down to perception. The Volkswagen badge carries more brand weight, and in many markets, that alone is enough to justify the higher price in the eyes of buyers. Now let's talk about the Volkswagen Golf versus Seat Leon, an often overlooked comparison. Both cars share the same MQB platform, identical engine options like the 1.0 TSI 110 horsepower, 1.5 TSI 130 horsepower, and even the 2.0 TSI 200 horsepower, plus the same DSG gearbox and driver assistance tech. The 4th-gen Leon is built in Martorell with impressive build quality that matches Volkswagen standards. But here's what stands out. The Leon looks sharper, more aggressive, and feels more engaging to drive, especially in corners. There's even a practical edge with the Leon SW offering more cargo space and a premium design. Yet the Golf still costs €2,000 to €4,000 more for similar specs. So what are you really paying for? Mostly the badge. Same performance, same tech, lower price. After seeing these examples, one question stands out. Are you buying the car itself or the brand behind it? Today's auto industry is built on shared platforms and global partnerships. Groups like Volkswagen Group bring brands like Volkswagen, Seat, Skoda, and Audi under one engineering umbrella. The Renault-Nissan alliance and partnerships like Toyota with Suzuki follow the same approach. Here's the reality. Many cars share the same foundations, but carry very different price tags. Brand perception is powerful, especially in entry-level models, where differences are often minimal. This isn't about one brand being better, it's about understanding value. Do your research, because sometimes the cheaper option gives you the same tech, more space, and better overall value. Next time you're at a dealership, ask one simple question. What platform is this car built on?